Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me. Keep fighting, cousin. Fight from out of that eternal gloom. I trust you'll be joining us upon Olympus shortly. I have your back, cousin. Rise now to your rightful station with my blessings. May the light and fury of Olympus guide you from the dark, cousin. I've a token of it for you here. Push forward, noble cousin. I shall be keen to see you circumvent the perils that the fates arranged for you this time. Vanquish all who stand against you, noble cousin. I and your relatives upon Olympus shall assist you in so doing. Sometimes I think about what you've endured. To have been living in that loathsome squalor, cousin. I swear, you'll have your justice. Do not fear your father's cruel legions, cousin. Their lives are long since forfeit, and they cannot stand against one of your birthright, nor against my power. Yours is a brazen plan of action, Zagreus, and I admire it. The boldest strategy often prevails, especially with my support. Take heart, cousin, for you have found me even in the suffocating darkness of the underworld. May my power be of some assistance. Your struggles have not gone unnoticed, cousin, so take heart. Eternity awaits you once you finally break free. Here on Olympus is the opposite of everything about that lifeless squalor you reside in, Zagreus. Fight on and come to us. Cousin, I grow angry merely thinking of your situation. May what power I can offer be of service as you struggle towards your fate. Your father chose to sever ties with all of us, and stew alone within his land beneath the earth. But you are not beholden to his actions. Fight! Your labors make you stronger, noble cousin, and the blessings I now offer ought to make you stronger still. I've found you once again, dear cousin, and my strength is yours, so much of it as I can send there to the bowels of the earth. I'm here again to lend to you my power, noble cousin, though your own strength of will is how you'll finally break free of that cruel place. I'm pleased to see your father's stubbornness is manifest in you as such determination, Zagreus. My blessing be with you. What wretched fools dare stand against you, cousin? Punish them, so that they learn something they ought to have learned in life. Hold fast to your resolve, cousin, and climb on toward the surface. No matter how often your foothold falters, I am here. For you, my cousin Zagreus, I wish to offer the most potent of the blessings I am able to bestow. Make wise your use of this, and rise toward us. The circumstances spur me now to offer you the greatest of my powers, cousin. Take my strength, and strike the darkness down. May wisdom and good fortune guide you toward the light of day this time, cousin. The underworld's wretched dead shall fear you yet, cousin. Strength and wisdom guide you from the darkness, Zagreus. The low cunning of your lifeless enemies is not a match for your divine might. Remember, I am always watching over you, dear cousin. You'll have your justice in due course, cousin, I promise you. The might and fury of Olympus courses through you, noble cousin. I so look forward to our meeting face to face amongst the gods, dear cousin. Olympus shall be merrier and wiser once you're here. Hail and good tidings to you, noble cousin. May you be swift and thorough vanquishing the dead who dare oppose you. Cousin, you've met Aphrodite now? She likes beguiling others with her charms, but her intentions with you, I believe, are pure. You'll find our strengths are complementary. I understand you've been in contact with my father. Your Uncle Zeus, I mean. He's taken interest in your plight. You should feel honored. You've met the master of the seas, Poseidon, haven't you? Our uncle's affable but quick to anger. Be on your guard with him is my advice. My warlike brother Ares reached you, didn't he? I've always found his conduct quite disturbing. At least it seems he's helping you for now. I'll tell you something, cousin. If even Artemis is aiding you, it's proof your cause is just. She doesn't often take an interest in family affairs. Did Dionysus truly visit you before? He tends to seek out revelry, not conflict. I'm pleased to know he's making himself useful here. You're nothing like your father, Zagreus. I mean that as a compliment. He cut himself off from the rest of us. Many times have we attempted peace to no avail. It's such a cruelty that your father hid the knowledge of your birth and life from us, my cousin. It's unacceptable. You've met your distant relatives by now. We don't all share the same demeanor nor see eye to eye. Though all of us, I think, wish you the best. The one called Nyx. She is your mother, as I understand? We Olympians rarely consort with the chthonic gods, though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was spurred to act. Please send the goddess Nyx my kind regards. That she supports you in your effort to escape her own domain suggests a selflessness I would not have expected. Your father Hades and my father Zeus have not communicated in some time, and Zeus refuses to explain. Something transpired between the two of them. Perhaps you know better than I. There's something that I've wished to tell you, Zagreus. There is no shame in your upbringing. Many of us on Olympus, we likewise were born and raised under the strangest circumstances. Someday I'll have to tell you about mine. It comforts me to see how far you've come, cousin, and I am confident that you shall make your way eventually. I shall look forward to our conversations then. It feels unseemly to make contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares. Nonetheless, this was an opportunity. You're difficult to track there in the depths, cousin, though the boatman Charon thankfully is proving of some help. I thought we were on better terms, cousin. I ask only for your cooperation, yet still you turn your back. I'm disappointed you would spurn me like this, cousin. Know that I retaliate not out of spite, but by necessity. You'd choose one of my relatives instead of me, though I myself was first to contact you. Alas, I must respond to you in kind. Upon Olympus, I'm your closest confidant. You'd best remember this before you spurn me again. We Olympians, we are a prideful family, cousin. You cannot simply choose a favorite without spurring one of us to wrath. Let's continue on already, Zagreus. There isn't any point in feuding, and there's much to do before your quest is done. Now then, I hope we can move past this little incident and keep our focus on the task at hand. I'm satisfied we understand each other better now, don't we? What do you say we carry on, and get you from this place? All is forgiven, Zagreus, and I take no offense. Exacting vengeance is just something we Olympians all do from time to time. I'd say I've bickered with you quite enough for now, cousin. Let us continue down a more productive path. This is an unexpected gesture, cousin. I do appreciate it, though please do not feel obliged. I offer you my friendship, not alone to be repaid. You are most gracious, cousin, to extend this offering. You honor me. Yet I would ask you think of your well-being for the time, not mine. Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow such offerings to go unanswered, noble cousin. In turn, I wish for you to have this, with my compliments. You brandish the eternal spear we call Varatha. So then it wasn't lost during the war. A magnificent weapon in deserving hands. Why, you wield Coronacht the Heartseeker. I never took you for an archer, though the power of that bow is undeniable. Use it wisely. You bear Aegis, the original itself. My own shield was forged much later in its image. You'll have to tell me someday how you found it. You're badly injured, aren't you, cousin? I wish that I could will the pain away, though at least I can provide you this. Look at you, Zagreus. You're barely fit to fight from all the injury that you've sustained. I'll try to keep you going for as long as possible. I greet you, cousin. I've come to offer my support. Wisdom guide you, cousin. I am most grateful. I thank you, cousin. How thoughtful, Zagreus. You are most generous. You honor me. Thank you, Zagreus. My blessing be with you. I commend you for your efforts. If you've a moment, Zagreus, one of my relatives has claimed that I usurp your time, so I invited her to contact you. Well, I suppose that's settled then. I'm afraid such interactions aren't uncommon here amongst my family. But what's a family without flaws? I wonder, dearest Aphrodite, whether you'd be willing to repeat such things directly to my countenance. I'm glad we understand each other then. It would be most embarrassing to be caught bickering amongst ourselves in front of Zagreus. Except you see, dear cousin, that some members of our family are predisposed toward the unspeakable. I caution you around my half-brother is all. Now carry on. You only do as you see fit, Lord Ares. Mind that you continue pulling in the same direction as us all. I understand you've made your choice, cousin, and I, in turn, now have my family's reputation to uphold. If you had given due consideration to this matter, then I doubt you would have chosen this outcome. No one in our family can avoid taking sides forever, Zagreus. But you can take the more sensible side at least. A senseless, punishable choice. But if you wish to face the consequences, so be it. You could have avoided this outcome any number of ways, yet still you risk incurring my wrath. Are you testing the limits of my patience with you, Zagreus? Then I shall test your limits in turn. I knew there was a possibility that you would side against me once again, but your doing so never ceases to amaze, cousin. If this is your idea of humor, Zagreus, then I shall make it clear to you again that I am unamused. I think we understand by now that when you test my patience, I shall test your ability to survive. We've better things to do, I think, than fight amongst ourselves over a matter such as this. I would very much prefer to think we both know better than to let old grudges stew forever, Zagreus. You see, I have my father's temper, Zagreus. I am able to keep it in check, though I expect you to do your part. Conflict between the members of our family is inevitable, Zagreus. All we can do is learn and grow from it. I see no benefit to staying angry, cousin. I promised Nyx that I would help rather than hinder you. Your father also made some questionable choices, Zagreus, but all of us are family after all. I shall not keep you, Zagreus, except to offer you some of my power to improve your chances of escape. Now quickly choose and go. Remain relentless in your effort to escape, dear cousin. In spite of all our differences, perseverance is a quality we all possess. You can always count upon assistance from me, Zagreus. I always shall prioritize the needs of our family above everything else. Let my voice be a glimmer in the darkness, noble cousin, though may the blessing I am about to provide be even more than that. I take it you've a plan in mind this time for how you're going to escape, don't you, cousin? I shall not keep you, Zagreus, except to offer you my power to improve your chances of escape. Remain relentless in your efforts, Zagreus, for perseverance is a quality we all possess. I and your family on Olympus all stand ready to support you in your efforts, noble cousin. Remember, doubt and hesitancy are your real enemies, cousin. I know that you are more than capable even without my power, cousin, but just in case, envision your success and choose the means by which you shall achieve it, Zagreus. I shall not offer empty words, dear cousin. I shall instead offer you this. With our ferocity combined, cousin, what chances do your father's forces even have? My support alone is not enough to see you through this, Zagreus, but it certainly shall help. Your foes shall soon find it impossible to overcome your strength combined with mine. I've every confidence that you shall imminently put my blessing to good use. Let not your sense of purpose waver, Zagreus. Visualize the outcome you desire. Make not the same mistake twice, and you shall always grow wiser, no matter what else. I shall do everything within my power to defend you from the perils of your journey, Zagreus. Take heed against your father's legion, Zagreus, and take also my power. Do not forget that changing strategy can be the key to victory, cousin. I cannot glean the details of your predicament right now, cousin, though maybe this shall help. The might and honor of Olympus shield you against the darkness and the dead, Zagreus. I take it having an impenetrable defense against your enemies may be of some use, cousin? I'm not in any mood to trifle with your father's nonsense this time, Zagreus, so use this. These are among the mightiest defenses I can offer, Zagreus. Choose wisely, then. I've readied several of my most potent blessings, so your victory can be achieved, cousin. Observe, dear cousin, for this time I offer you uncommonly superior protection. The river boatman Charon is beholden to your father's realm, but seems agreeable enough for a fair price. A shrewd expenditure of wealth is sometimes all that stands between a victory and sore defeat, isn't that right, cousin? We cannot effectively communicate with Charon from Olympus, but he is amenable to certain trades, and seems unfettered by your father's influence. You cannot withstand your father's legions, Zagreus, but if you possess one of my greatest blessings, things may unfold differently, I think. Dear cousin, would that I could give to you everlasting, tireless resolve. Though, come to think of it, this may be suited as a counterpart. It seems to me that you've sustained life-draining injuries already, Zagreus, but don't lose hope. We can sustain you in a proper fighting shape. You may have suffered many wounds, but shall not perish imminently, cousin. Not if I have anything to say about it. Here. Oh, Zagreus, your recent battles evidently haven't gone as hoped. Nevertheless, always strive onward while you still draw breath. Wisely decided, cousin. A strategic choice. Correct decision, Zagreus. I trusted I could count on you. No pleasing all upon Olympus, I suppose? Very good. That is, for me, at least. Perhaps next time you shall cooperate with me again. Wound the pride of an Olympian and pay the price. Know that this could have been avoided, Zagreus. You're under my protection. You are untouchable for now, cousin. Just let them try and stop you. Become unstoppable. I ought not help you thus. You ask me now to aid you, is that so? Are you quite serious about this, Zagreus? You reached the flames of Asphodel. Well done. You may have quite a distance still to go, but having crossed through Tartarus is no small step, cousin. I see you've made it all the way to Hallowed Elysium, cousin. A significant way toward the surface, and if you could get there the one time, surely you have what it takes to do it again, and overcome the dangers that await therein. I understand you nearly reached the surface lately, Zagreus. My confidence remains unshaken that you shall get out of there eventually, no matter what sorts of unknown horrors lie shrouded beyond the boundary there. Were you not close to having reached the surface lately, cousin? Then this can only mean some unforeseen impediment prevented your escape. There must be some unconquerable force or foe awaiting you just at the border of your realm and ours. We cannot even see it through a shroud of darkness there. I shall make certain that your family knows it may take considerable time to surpass. So fear not, for we are patient here. Despite whatever difficulties you've encountered, dear cousin, again and again you have never yielded. I must admit, your strength of will is quite inspiring, for even I have doubts from time to time. It's all the clearer to me why the goddess Nyx spoke so highly of you. I have grown closer than expected with the goddess Nyx in all of this, cousin. It is quite evident to me how much she cares for you. I must admit I envy your relationship sometimes, for I've made do without a mother's presence in my life. Lord Ares has suggested he and goddess Nyx have grown much closer to each other in all this. Nothing untoward, if you must know. Ares and I have often disagreed about so many things, and yet we share a fondness for the night herself, it seems. Sometimes I think about the goddess Nyx and how I long for her to be the mother that I never had, cousin. Is it improper that I say such things to you? One would expect I would already have somebody on Olympus, yet it often feels as though I am the mother here. You arrived sooner than anticipated, cousin, and my estimations seldom are inaccurate. All for the best, of course. Perhaps you're simply faster than I thought. The biting cold surrounding you must mean the goddess of seasons decided to take an interest in your struggle, Zagreus. I did not count on Demeter being a part of this. Take heart, though use discretion around her. You bear my owl pendant, noble cousin. Wherever it should go, I faintly see it shimmer from afar, even where you reside. For owls see in total darkness, after all. You got your hands on Malphon, the twin fists, I see. No ordinary weapon, prone to fits of savagery quite unbecoming of a well-trained warrior. Then watch yourself and throw not caution to the wind. The rail of adamant itself has found its way into your hands, cousin. A malignant thing if you were to ask me, and not one I would ever use myself. Unless perhaps I had no other choice. I suppose it must have been that way for you. The goddess Nyx has indicated you possess a list of prophecies from the three fates. I've such a list upon Olympus here. It seems to be connected to your own, as several prophecies already are fulfilled. Isn't it such an honor to urge fate along? My, how very generous of you to offer me this gift. I'm very grateful, though I ask that you not go out of your way on my account. Let's please stay focused here. I know there isn't much that you can do to show your gratitude at present, Zagreus, but I would ask that you save it for when your task is complete. You've more important matters to attend to now. I know there isn't much that you can do to show your gratitude at present, Zagreus, but I would ask you to save it for a better time. You've more important matters to attend to now. Perhaps there really is no time quite like the present when it comes to showing thanks to one another, my dear cousin. You've opened my eyes to the possibility, though I remain steadfast in my resolve to fight for you. Zagreus? When Nyx revealed herself to me and I first learned of you, I saw it as an opportunity to bridge the great divide between Olympus and your father's realm. But having had all these glimpses into who you are, it is an even greater honor to have forged this partnership with you. Supporting you through your ordeal, cousin. It's reminiscent of the thrill of doing battle by the side of those whom I hold dear. I may be safe upon our mountaintop, though I am with you there as well, for every well-earned victory and bitter loss. Noble cousin, my Lord Father has taken keen interest in your journey and your plight, and seeks to aid you with the thunder of heaven itself. And you've my support as well, of course. Lord Father, would that I could settle even more such matters quickly and discreetly, so that only the most vital of them rise up to the level of your notice, sir. Though I'm certain Zagreus and I are very grateful you have intervened. Your predicament has pulled our family together, united in a desire to assist you, cousin. Even those who typically do not think much of those other than themselves. The world is not all lies and deceit as you make it out to be, Aphrodite. Sometimes a lending of assistance is no more than it appears to be. Now either back up Zagreus or stand aside. When I first notified Lord Father Zeus and other members of our family of your existence, Zagreus, it was Uncle Poseidon here who first leapt up and pledged his power over sea and earth to you. Is that not so, Uncle? Surely my cleverness comes from your brother and yourself, Lord Uncle Poseidon. And I would only add my feeling is we've more than enough children in this family, thus no further need for more of them for now. Some members of our family do not yet fully understand just how precarious your situation is, cousin. My Lord Dionysus here, he goes about as though this is a festive matter of some sort. Perhaps Lord Dionysus here is the true god of strategy, as it appears he is uncannily aware of my next move, cousin. Although be that as it may, I shall attempt to remain focused on your situation, not his feast. I bring to you the Lady Demeter, cousin. I've asked that she please rest assured knowing we have your matter well under control. Though in her infinite compassion she has taken up your cause, nevertheless. Please do not mind the Lady Demeter's good-natured sense of humor, Zagreus. She and my father often like to jest with one another, even in the most difficult times. Is this some kind of offering for me? No, hold a moment. This appears to be a message. Part of one. Then, can this mean... I have to notify the others. I trust they also have received something from you, or shortly shall. It was my privilege to have visited your father's house, and briefly had a chance to meet you, Zagreus. Nyx and your mother each are very shrewd. Perhaps you've taken after both of them. As for your new responsibilities, exposing weak points and defenses is my specialty. It's fortunate your troubles with your mother were resolved. Persephone, I mean. To think I led all of my family to believe your mother was the goddess Nyx instead. It seems I was an unwitting accomplice to a bit of a deception there. But Nyx, I know she merely tried to help. Zagreus, perhaps it is a fancy of imagination, but it seems almost as though, this time, you bear the blessing of your own father. If Lord Hades is assisting you in any way in this, then I shall hold out hope that your relationship yet has capacity to heal. To some extent, at least. So you've another blessing from Lord Hades, then. Zagreus, I'm under no delusion you and your father shall become the closest friends from here. Nevertheless, I do believe it's possible to move forward even such a relationship as yours. Believe me, I know.